And welcome to the game, everybody. Glad you've joined us. Some AAA baseball from the Pacific Coast League on tap for you. It's the Tacoma Rainiers and the Oklahoma City Comets. Introductions wrapping up down on the field. First pitch just minutes away. And we are just about set to go. And towing the slab here, Nick Nastrini. He's got 4 pitches to choose from on the mound, and we'll see how he mixes and matches as the game goes on. If he can get through the lineup the first time using just 2, maybe 3 of them, he'll have a better chance to work deep into this one and hold something back for later. Connor Joe leading things off and takes a strike. This one is labeled. That's back. Got it. Bangs against the wall and holds on. And here's the catcher, Mitch Garver. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. Just off the outside edge. Nastrini, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2021. Grounder to the left side, and it goes just foul. And now the 2-1. Foul tip. Oh, that ran upstairs on our umpire and got him. 2-2 now. Fights it off, we'll see another. After 3 straight fouls, he has to feel like he's getting closer to squaring one up. Now a pop-up on the infield. 2 down. Bases are empty with 2 away. Digging in for the Rainiers, Will Wilson. Fastball, low outside. Circle change, low outside. The 0-1. Swinging a drive, deep left field, pretty far back there. And it's gone. And they jump out front. It's 1-0. When he throws a changeup with that velocity, it can be dangerous since the hitter has a better chance of catching up to it. That's exactly what he did at the plate. Belted it out for a homer. And next, the cleanup hitter, Caleb Cowley. Making a lot of contact recently, currently working on a 13-game hitting streak. Two outs, bases empty. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Puts this one in the air down the line. And that's the end of the inning. Welcome back. And starting in this one, Jonathan Diaz. Not known for tremendous strikeout ability, so he's going to have to force weak contact with good command and movement. The defenders behind him are going to have to be ready to go because the hitters will probably be putting balls into play frequently. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in for the Comets, Chucky Robinson. Swing and a miss, that one in the dirt. On the ground, Callie sends it to first. Fine play in the hole for the out. Bases empty, 1 away. Santiago Espinal now at the plate. Collected a couple of hits in yesterday's game. Line drive to left field. And now 2 down. Next up, the designated hitter, James Tibbs III. Dances out of the way.
That's the ball.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Thomas on the move to the alley. Gets there, got it. The Rainiers at the plate here in the second inning.
Low middle.
Ball one there.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
High middle.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. On the ground to the left. Fair ball. Runner on base to start the inning. Austin Gauthier, the injury replacement, taking over at third. Stepping to the plate for Tacoma, Ryan Bliss. Nobody out and a runner at first. Pitcher will want to keep this on the ground for the double play. That's a liner to left. And makes the catch. So up next, Colt Emerson. Swing and a drive. That's down, one hops off the wall. Coming to the plate. Comes across to score. Well, that's a big swing of the bat, driving in the run with the two-bagger. Great swing, everything right on time. He squared it up really well. No surprise it turned into a double. Ground ball to third. Slides, got it. Throws to first. And that is a great play for the out. Here's the center fielder, Ryland Thomas. 2 hits in 5 at-bats yesterday. This is the kind of early chance you can't let slip away. They have to bring him in from scoring position because you don't know the next time you'll get an opportunity like this. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Shoots this one on the right field line, and that's a fair ball. Coming around third, crosses the plate. Round second, going for third. That is an RBI triple. Tallies a run and earns the RBI. Great job on the 0-2 count. Clearly recognized the pitch early out of the hands and give it a strong, balanced cut. The 0-1 offering. Foul ball there. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. And that's a strikeout looking. They limit the damage here. Bottom of the inning, stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Alex Freeland. That one down the line, and that's just foul. 0-2, rocks and fires. Ground ball to third base. Callie. 1 away.
He's up.
With that kind of downward action on the slider, you're going to get a lot of grounders just like that. Hard to lift it. To third, Callie gets it to first. Already 2 gone in the home half of the second inning. So 2 out, Mike Sirota, the next to hit. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground.
That's foul.
And that's foul. The 0-1 from the lefty. Fouled off left side. Winds, kicks, here's the pitch. Ground ball left side. Callie, jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play. Top half, third inning, coming up to the dish for Tacoma, Mitch Garver. Attacking the zone in this first inning, but the hitters haven't been fooled because too many strikes have leaped over the middle of the plate. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they still have both challenges. 1-0 and the pitch.
Hee-haw!
Four-seam fastball. High inside. Slider. Low outside.
Here's the 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Nobody on with one out. And now the DH, Will Wilson. Already a solo homer in this one. Swing and a miss.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Fights that one away. The count remains 0-2. Wow, he really got away with a mistake right there. So one on now with one away. Up against it with 2 strikes right there, but still managed to win the at-bat. Got out in front, but didn't allow the wrists to yank that one into foul ground. That's a good example of extending through the swing and following through to line that pitch into the outfield for a hit. Towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch. And we got to see him turn on the jets there and motor after that ball to track it down. That's always a fun kind of play to watch. Taylor stands in now and watches strike one. No reason to jump at a strike from a pitcher who's struggling like this. Chances are you'll get another pitch to hit. Cut on and miss, and it's 0-2. That changeup up in the zone is one he'd like to have back. He knows that's a meaty pitch to hit. And again on 0-2. And the slider just misses. What a take with 2 strikes. Got the strikeout looking. Frozen with a backdoor slider turned into a pair of shoes. All set for the bottom of the third, and now the shortstop, Noah Miller. Grounder left side. One down.
He's out.
And now the first baseman, Ryan Ward. Bash down the right side, but foul. 0-1, here's the pitch. Comes up empty, strike 2. What confidence to go back-to-back with those sliders. And now the hitter's in an 0-2 count without a clue what's coming next. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. 2 straight retired to begin the bottom of the third. 2 down now. Next up for the Comets, Josue De Paula. Swing and a miss at a changeup in the dirt. Rapid fire work on the mound. He's keeping these batters on their toes. Got the batters swinging. 3 up and 3 down, inning over. Welcome back to Oklahoma City, top of the 4th inning. And here is Ryan Bliss. That's a strike, but probably not a great one to swing at on the first pitch. Smart take, I think. Slider misses away.
Ball.
Low outside.
Swing and a rocket. Back there. Grabs it right up against the wall. What an effort he put in on that play. Covered a ton of ground and saved extra bases with the catch. On the mound, he might want to take a second before throwing this next pitch to give him a break. That's off the mark. So a ball and a strike. Fly ball out to left field. Gets there. Got it. Base is empty with 2 outs. Now the left fielder, Blake Rambush. 0 for 1. Rambush, 26 years old. Usually a third baseman. Today starting in left. Sliced hard, but foul.
Low inside.
0-2, here's the pitch. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Now here's the 0-2. Battling here, fouls it away. 2 down and nobody aboard. Top half of the 4th. Got it. A nice frame on the mound. He sets him down 1-2-3. Welcome back. The Comets at the dish in the bottom of the 4th. I bet you didn't know Oklahoma has a large Vietnamese population, did you? Well, you can taste the result when you get some banh mi from the concession stand. Swings and jolts one to left. This ball is carrying. That one is gone. It just got out of here. 4th home run of the season, and they cut into the lead. It's 3-1. He's been on an upward trend at the plate recently. A lot of good at-bats. When you start stringing them together, the front office definitely takes notice. So digging in, Austin Gauthier came into the game on defense. First trip to the plate here. Swing and a miss out in front of that. Pop-up, foul on the right side. Taylor moving under it. And makes the catch. 1 out and the bases are empty. Digging in for the Comets, James Tibbs III. So they get a runner on with a 1-out single. And now it's the switch-hitting second baseman, Alex Freeland. Rounded out the first time. And that one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground to short, could be 2. Good feed, that's 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. We're ready for the 5th inning. And now the center fielder, Ryland Thomas. And immediately fires a strike to the left-handed batter. Next one misses, and it's 1-1.
That's low, that's a ball.
Swing and a pop-up. Miller should have this one. 1 up, 1 down. Back to the top of the order here. Digging in for the Rainiers, Connor Joe. Right through there for a strike. 1 out and the base is empty. Late on that fastball. Tried to check the swing, now an appeal to first. No swing. Joe McDonald with the call.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
1-2, here's the pitch. Hard liner. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away. Bases are empty with 2 away. Here's the catcher, Mitch Garver.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
That one fouled off.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
And here's the 0-2. Fights that one off, will reset and do it again. Keeps the AB going with the foul ball. Left field. And that'll do it. Bottom half of the 5th, and the Comets batting. Matt Gorski digs in now. Ripped, but it curls foul. And the 0-1 now. On the ground to third. Picks it up. The throw to first. And the leadoff hitter set down in the fifth. Bases empty, one away. Mike Sirota will hit next. 0 for 1, grounded out the first time around. He swings and drives this one to deep left. It's back there, brings it in on the warning track. Stepping in, the switch-hitting shortstop, Noah Miller. 2 hits in 4 at-bats during yesterday's ballgame. Swing and a miss, got fooled pretty badly. Two outs and nobody aboard. Swing, high fly down the right field line. And that'll do it. Top of the 6th, stepping to the plate for Tacoma, Will Wilson. Way inside.
Four-seam fastball. Outside. Four-seam fastball. Outside. Slider. Low outside.
Here's a pop-up. And there's one away. Well, he got a lollipop of a breaking ball, but he couldn't quite get the swing just right. That's what caused the pop-up. Grounder to third. Oh, gloves it. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. 2 away here, nobody on. Next is the switch-hitting first baseman, Carson Taylor. 1 for 2.
Overhand curve. Low middle.
Gets a chase on that one. Beautiful 12-6 curve. Shades of Barry Zito and Adam Wainwright.
Four-seam fastball. Side. Four-seam fastball. High middle.
2 outs and nobody aboard.
Circle change. Low outside.
0-2, and the delivery.
Slider. Low inside.
Gets a piece there, we'll do it again.
Middle inside.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 on the foul tip. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Ryan Ward. Grounds this one up the middle. And no throw, batter into first easily. Aggressive approach paid off there. Found something he could hit. A well-thrown slider, down and away, but good job to not pull off it and make that kind of contact. Now, Josue De Paula.
That's the ball. Outside.
Grounder might be 2. There's 1. To first, double play. Nicely done. Now at the dish, Chucky Robinson. He's already gone yard in this game. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. He's thrown a lot of first pitch strikes, so the hitters need to be ready to swing early. It may not drive up the pitch count too much, but you know you'll have a good shot to do damage. And that's a fair ball. And that is going to bring the tying run to the plate. And that makes it another multi-hit game for him. He's had some really good ABs lately. Rolled over on that one a bit, but still managed to put enough behind it that it scooted through the infield for a base hit. And now at the plate, Austin Gauthier. On 0-1, the delivery. Here's a fly to left. Rambush, long run into the gap. Makes the catch. Inning over. Top of the 7th here, Ryan Bliss getting ready to hit. Steps off to reset. Righty reliever out the pen, Blake Trinan. This game is still pretty tight, so he has to give the bats a chance and keep it close. No mistake pitches. And a big swing and a miss. Now 1-1.
Ball, that's outside.
Sweeper. Low middle.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in. Missed off the inside. 2-2.
Low inside.
And a foul ball, so he stays alive.
Sinker. Low middle.
Swings through it for the K. Leadoff batter set down to open the 7th.
Low middle.
Nobody on with 1 out, and the batter will be the shortstop, Colt
Sweeper.
Emerson.
Low middle.
The 1-0 pitch.
Low, ball.
Sweeper. Middle center.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Swing and a miss.
Sweeper. Low middle.
Down the left field line for a base hit, and that one's getting into the corner. To second. But he's in there easily. Having a really nice game here. That's his 2nd extra base hit. Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock.
Sweeper.
0-2, rocks and fires. Spoils the 2-strike offering, another coming up. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a pop-up in foul territory on the right side. Makes the grab on the run. Runner tags and goes to third. So 2 down now, and here at the plate, Ryland Thomas. Grounder up the middle. That's a base hit as a run scores. Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get a hit. The 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. Upstairs.
Sweeper.
Got him looking. That ends the inning. Bottom of the 7th. James Tibbs the 3rd. Now at the plate. Swing and a miss. Ugly cut right there. That's one of the hardest pitches for a batter to handle, especially a lefty. Big sweeping break, and it keeps bending away from you. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Alex Freeland. Grounder to third. And plenty of time to first. Matt Gorski digs in now. Into center. And it drops in. That keeps the inning going. No question, he came up ready to hit. Little flare behind second base, and that's where hitters will just start saying prayers to whatever deity they can think of to let that ball get down.
Ball!
And that time it did, so props to Nyarlathotep, Hotep, I guess. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one hammered. And you can forget it. And just like that, they're within a run. It's 4-3. That swing really changes the tenor of this ballgame. You can feel the energy shifting in both dugouts. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Casey Lagumina, charged with hanging on to this lead. Noah Miller, the next to hit. On the ground to third, Callie. Play made, that ends the inning. to the dish for Tacoma, Mitch Garver.
Wood!
Not close with that one. And 1-1 now. Snap for left field, but snag for the out. Bases empty, one away. Next up for the Rainiers, Will Wilson. On a cold night like this, hitters are trying to get out in front so they don't get jammed. The pitcher can counter that by using the off-speed stuff more frequently. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. That's 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the inning. And now, Caleb Cowley. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat. Hitless so far, and the hitting streak is in real jeopardy. On the ground to short, Miller. Whips it to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. On to the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Ward getting ready to hit. Foul ball left side, at least one more pitch. And it's a pop-up. Garver settles under this one. One away. Josue De Paul will hit next. One out and the base is empty. And here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Now 2 away. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Chucky Robinson. Already a homer for him in this one. Oklahoma City trailing by 1 here in the bottom half of the 8th. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Got it, and it's 3 up and 3 down in this inning. All set to start the 9th inning in this one. Carson Taylor now at the plate. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. In the air to left. That gets down for a hit. Off to a good start with the leadoff knock. Now it's the second baseman, Brian Bliss. Foul ball there. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Runner at first, nobody out. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. That just missed. That's such a tempting pitch with 2 strikes. I'm impressed he took it. That one missed. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss. Battled for a long time, but it ends up with a strikeout. Can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1. Not in time at first, it's a fielder's choice. And now, Blake Rambush. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base knock. They stop the lead runner at second, now 2 on with 2 outs. Here's the center fielder, Ryland Thomas. Backed off the plate that time. Right side. Takes it to the bat, and that'll do it. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Troy Taylor. Save opportunity right here. Well, it's a 1-run ball game. Here's the third baseman, Austin Gauthier. Corner infielders guard the lines. They're trying to keep extra bases at bay. And that one fouled off. Fly ball to center. Thomas under it. There's one down. He should be feeling good after getting that first batter in this high leverage spot. Now he can attack with even more confidence. Out to center. Thomas drifts towards it. And now 2 away. So down to their final out of this one. In the air, along the left field line. That one gets down for a hit. The tying run is aboard. That at bat was over in the blink of an eye. Little flare in the left, and if it had come up a little longer, maybe the shortstop or left fielder makes a play on it. This one got down, though, and that's a base hit. Swing and a drive. Back there. This one could go. Ball game. Oklahoma City walks it off. They take it 5-4. There are few things more iconic in the baseball imagination than the walk-off homer. You throw up swinging in your driveway or yard, dreaming of the moment you get to win the ballgame with one swing. Right there, he made those dreams a reality. What a great feeling for him and his team. Final score in this game, 5-4. Thanks for tuning in and joining us for Minor League Baseball on the show. I'm Ben Gelman, and we'll see you next time.